Hey, what's going on, guys? Casey here with my buddy Matt, casting some more StarCraft 2 action in the Chobo Team League. This is game 2 of our ace match between Team All Inspiration and Guns and Roaches, and I'll start by introducing the green Zerg in the top left corner of King Sejong Station. All Inspiration, Sinistar.
And in the bottom right-hand corner, we have our teal Terran player for Team Guns and Roaches, Ninkazi. So game 2, we had quite an interesting first matchup. Sinistar taking the win with a compilation of Hydras and Roaches with 7 hatcheries. So his ability to macro and just replenish his army was just too much for Ninkazi.
Yeah, and we'll have to see if there's any sort of cheese play going down now. In a best of 3, that's always when you want to pull out your cheese plays in at least one of the matchups, depending on whether or not you're going to be, if you want to cheese when you're up a game or if you want to cheese when you're down a game. We'll see if any of that happens or if they just both want to play standard again.
Yeah, I'm looking to see how how both of them are going to change their strategies in this game too. We saw the bio ball from our Terran player with a compilation of Marauders, Marines, and Medevacs. A couple of bad drops, unfortunately, getting taken out by Sinistar, who was able to stop them.
Yeah, Sinistar definitely really benefited from the creep spread too. That was clearly a focus of game 1. He had like 3 or 4 queens out there just dropping creep timbers all over the place. I'd like to see if he's going to do that again here, because against a Terran player who really only has walking across as across the map as a way of getting to you, then the creep spread really helps out in that case. Obviously, Terran can drop as well, but if he's not going to drop, he has to walk across.
Yeah, I would say about at least the top half. I would say about 60% of the top half of that map on Nimbus was covered in creep, and it was just phenomenal. Phenomenal play for Sinistar, able to utilize his roach speed and just wipe out that entire army several times.
Yeah, we got another bunker going down here behind the expansion of Sinistar here. We'll see if he's really serious about doing anything with this. There is a Marine on the way. And with the positioning being a little bit better for Ninkazi this time, that SCV doing a good job sort of dancing between the building here and trying to get this bunker finished. He might actually get it. The Marine trying to take down that one drone there, not able to grab that one, but the second one getting dangerously low, and now he's actually in the barracks. Wow, good micro there for the SCV.
And repairing of the bunker. This is going to be a bit of a pain for our Zerg player.
It is, but that Spine-Crawler will outrange the bunker, and it should be finished fast enough before this bunker can actually do any real damage here. He's got to get that queen out of the way, though. He is getting injured. Oh, unable to take out... Oh, he's so close to taking out that SCV, but unable to do so. Although there isn't anything else being rallied across the map here, so once he takes this out, that's going to be pretty much the end of it.
So good job in defense by Sinistar there. A little bit of money loss for Ninkazi there.
Yeah, and still no scouting for Sinistar yet. He actually didn't send any overlords that way. He's looking for the proxy barracks with this one up here, but unable to see anything. He's just going to go and take these lings up and take a look. But he's going to be greeted with a bunker full of Marines to the face.
Yeah, he's going to see that the second is down, though, and he's probably going to have to take a third very quickly in response to that. But these lings are going to get blown up very quickly.
Yeah, he does manage to keep them alive, though. Doesn't pull the old GnR Casey and just sacrifice all their lives just to get a look.
Yeah, well, we do have one ling staying behind that's going to get blown up now in the position of the third.
Now back in Ninkazi's base, he's just building more bunkers. He's got 3 bunkers again, 3 barracks, and it looks like he's pretty much going to be doing the same thing he did last game. Only this time, try not to lose his drops. And the third base did go down for Sinistar. And look at that. More queens out there spreading some creep.
Yeah, all 4 queens, not even around for injects. I think he's really focusing on that creep spread because he saw how much of an advantage it gave him in that first game.
Definitely. We do have the factory now dropped for Ninkazi. It's on its way. But it does look like he's going to be sticking with that bio play with the 3 barracks and the 2 reactors. Pretty sure he's just going to stick with that bio play.
Yeah, this Overlord making his way over towards the main. Looks like it's just going to stay just on the outside of the second and just outside the rocks to see whether or not he is going to expand in this direction.
Yeah, now there was just a battle right here over by the choke point of the third and the natural here for Sinistar. And Sinistar displayed a pretty good use of transfusion on the 4 queens. He was able to keep all his queens alive while killing off all the Marines that came in for Ninkazi. So good job there. You know, being very cost efficient with his units and not losing queens when he doesn't actually have to.
Wow, I never really focused on it before, but the way that the queens spread creep is actually pretty disgusting.
Oh yeah. They poop that creep right out and it just flows over the ground.
And it starts green and then eventually hardens, turns into a cow pie.
Yeah. Yummy. So 3 bases for Sinistar here. Lair on the way. Getting a couple spines at each base. It looks like our spores. What else do we have for him? We got +1 armor coming in and a roach warren down. So he's probably going to go for that same type of play here. I really wouldn't see why not at this point because he's on 3 bases. He can easily finance a nice roach hydra push.
Yeah, now this defensive posturing by the Terran player, unfortunately he's supply capped at the moment, but with the 3 bunkers in the natural, he's building more supply depots, just 2 more barracks coming out. He's just putting himself in a position, I feel like, anyways, where he's just going to defend any attack and then just counterattack. That's what it seems like to me anyways at the moment.
Yep, and he is dropping that 3rd base too. So with 2 factories churning out siege tanks, I think he's going to be looking to take his 3rd and then just defend it against some roaches and the hiders. But this creep spread is already almost at the halfway mark here. With the lair being finished, we have roaches on the way. We have +1/+1 on the way. We have roach speed on the way. Lots of stuff going down to production tab. 2 engineering base for Ninkazi as well, so he can start getting his bio units stronger.
Yeah, now it looks like a mini force is moving out right now, probably trying to clear some creep because he realizes, oh no, he's just sitting by his 4th.
I think that's actually where he's going to take his 3rd, possibly. Oh no, he's floating it the other way, so that's probably not what's going to happen.
I feel like he's going to want to get rid of some creep just because he realizes how good... Oh. Say goodbye to that medevac.
Maybe, but the queens are going down, actually. There's a lot of bio units here, and they are going to siege up and probably drop a scan, take out some of that creep spread. Now, what does Sinistar have in response to this push here? There's only a few roaches. I really don't know if that's enough roaches to actually kill us off.
I can see Ninkazi just probably waiting for another scan, or is he just going to move out? There's still lots of creep. He realizes he's on creep, but these roaches are just going to get obliterated.
Yeah, and actually that was a really nice scan by Ninkazi, realizing the potential of the counterattack here from the roaches, because this is all they can really do, and he might actually pull back the whole army. Oh, tanks just unsieged, and Hydra's coming in here to do some damage. The flank is real here. Look at this flank.
Yeah, very nice concave. Oh, and a good pickup.
Oh, one goes down.
Sniping twice, Sinistar.
Yeah.
With the clutch play.
And now, Sinistar finds himself in a good position once again, although, based on his economy, he's actually pretty far behind here. He's only got 59 drones to the 67 SCVs.
So just looking at the supply right now, we got 142 to 127, pretty close as it stands. But our Terran our Terran player is on the same amount of bases as our Zerg player, which is not a good sign for our Zerg player.
No, definitely not. We have more barracks coming through. Lots of siege tanks out on the map here. And let's take a look at the upgrades here, because this is what's really important. We only have +1 attack for the Terran units, but production shows +2 attack coming through for Zerg, as well as the muscular augments, which is the speed off creep, I believe, for the Hydralisks.
Now I'm interested to see the timing as to when our Zerg player is going to take a fourth, because the longer that he's on the same amount of bases as our Terran player, the farther behind he's going to get.
Yeah, it looks like instead of taking a fourth, he's... Oh, there goes the fourth. Never mind, he does drop the fourth. And I think he wants to go out and stage an attack on the third base of Terran. But Terran can kind of sniff this out, and he's getting himself in a good position to defend it.
Yeah, a few more tanks this time than last time.
And once again, if you look at the vision of Sinistar, he just doesn't have time for scouting. He has seen one bunker for Ninkazi. So he just doesn't want to scout. He's just going to go with his Roach Hydra build, and he's just going to try to ram it down Ninkazi's throat, and it might work.
The creep spread is real as well, making its way all the way over to the Chobo Team League logo, which is more than half the map, I would say.
And at this point, though, Terran is maxed out. Let's see, he's still only on +1 upgrades. He has started +2 attack, but it's not done yet. It'll finish right around the same time as the +2/+2 for Zerg. And he's stepping on creep now, so Zerg knows exactly where he is. So many Marauders and tanks, that's all he's got here.
Yeah, both. It looks like this is going to be the fight to end all fights.
It could, and Sinistar has lots of roaches here that are going to be decimated by these.
Oh, unfortunately the Hydras went in first. A lot of Hydras got blown up there because they went in first and didn't let the roaches lead. Now here comes the Concave.
Yeah, there's not very many medevacs here, so they can't really heal too much, but the damage is just too strong for those Marauders, and Sinistar has to back up here. 20 more Hydras on the way, though, which is a good decision against the army that he sees for Ninkazi, but that's a strong push now. Ninkazi has a solid supply lead.
Yep. 180 to 160 as it stands right now. These Hydras focusing on the medevacs right now, which I think are alright because there's only one left. But these tanks, if they get sieged up close enough to the base, or sieged up close enough to the army, here they go. They're going to just blast out these Hydras.
Yeah, the Hydras just aren't really enough, aren't large enough in numbers. They are taking out a lot of these tanks, maybe one more. Oh, that last Hydra almost did it. 4 hit points left on that siege tank. But now Sinistar just doesn't have very much left, and these Marauders are just being so annoying right now.
Yeah, it looks like they're just cleaning up. If we look at the production tab, we do have 12 roaches on the way and 9 Hydras. But I don't think that's going to be enough. Look at the supply. 119 to a almost capped out Ninkazi.
Yeah. And he's still got those 2 siege tanks in the high ground here, so that's just going to be even more annoying for Sinistar as more Marauders streaming across the map. And I like the Marauder compilation here that Ninkazi has put together. Even against these Hydras, it's still doing work.
Yeah, it looks like it's all over but the crying. So Ninkazi looks like he's going to take the second match of this ace matchup to tie it up at 1-1.
Most likely. We still have a little bit of time here, but I'm pretty sure that, I don't know, there's 3 Hydras and 3 Roaches coming out.
Yeah, unless those Overlords do some sort of kamikaze, which is not possible. But if they did, he might have a chance.
Sinistar has to quickly write some code into the StarCraft 2 files here to make sure that those Overlords can actually do something, but no, he's going to GG out of it, and that was a good comeback by Ninkazi. All those Marauders, man.
Yeah, great game by both players. Unfortunately, one person has to lose, and the winner goes to Ninkazi to tie up the series at 1-1.
Yeah, so they're making it a real series here to back up all that trash talking that was going on throughout the week. So thanks a lot for watching, guys. Stay tuned. Game 3 coming on the way.
Cheers.